Suprabhat. We are reading from Sri Vilapa Kusumanjali, verse number 85.
That is, that this book is the final. It's, yes, our Mahaprabhu line. So, why this? Because of what is the devotion, bhakti, what bhakti? External or inside? This book says it's all inside. Outside nothing. But they say that outside is devotion. This is there because we are living in different practice. Because in my body is full of gunas. Gunas means me. Ignorance, passion, goodness. Many times I become ignorance. Passionate nature comes. And sometimes I do good thing also. So it's like a circle moving because of my condition. All that we know this. But this is, when I do physically something, it goes on and on. And I cannot understand more what is furthermore to do. We become very serious and we become very practical, very serious to do. Every time to stand is good. But it's not going to bring you higher platform. The higher platform, you have to know yourself. What know yourself? Who are you? That's the base. One time, some devotees said, Prabhupada lied about Krishna. Then I want to know the introduction of Prabhupada. When I go through the instruction,
Introduction.
Then I see up to the pictures what he mentioned, who I am. And to know myself and to develop my constitutional position is my goal. See, again read the introduction. So knowing our constitutional position is my goal. Who I am. I am body or soul. And I am soul, then what is my position? What is this? Is my constitutional position or different? Then he writes, you can build faith, you can develop relation and love, or if you cannot do this, then do spiritual things. You check again. Why we give two ideas? Know yourself, develop relation, and love to God. Or do day-to-day devotional practice outside, physically, to maintain your purity. Then slowly, slowly, by doing this goodness, you will realize one day who are you and how to develop relation. And Bhagavad Gita is also for this, that I am a soul, I am a jiva. Basic. To know the identification of soul and identification of Creator. And what varieties of yoga, karma yoga, jnana yoga, ashtanga yoga, many types of things yet introduced. And lastly, he said Bhakti yoga also. In Bhakti yoga, what I understand, that up to 12 part, 12 is a impersonal, who don't believe in the form, mentioned that. But he says is also right. But if you try to make relation in a form, it's more easy for you. Krishna's teaching. So it's good to relate with the form, and it's very difficult to relate in that without form to something. Right? And in Bhakti Yoga, from 13-14 to 20, how many? 7. How many days? 7 things to know. Not more. 7 days, 7 things. That is Bhakti Yoga. So it's very short. So when you understand this, that I am a living soul, what is my situation now? What any suffering is coming because of my forgetfulness of myself. I am not happy because I see myself that I am suffering. I cannot find my suffering because I forget myself and all my senses and my false ego want to forget reality. In this temple, who is the reality? Who is the first person? Radha. All is moving in his circle, right? if I forget to his goal, and anyone who do for separately himself, then he is not happy inside. But if he is fixed with that, then he has to do everything. So the real position of me, our forgetfulness creates pain inside. Because ego becomes controlling, senses control, and mind starts following to me. And when the consciousness of the soul gives some advice, good advice, in not to recognize with senses and body and mind, ego, mind confused what to do or not to do. The conflict creates. And then negative energy comes inside. If we are conscious with myself, then all will become quiet, they run away. Senses are there, but they will become quiet. False ego will leave the place. When you will give chance, then they will come. If you not give chance, they will not disturb. So these are the things. How to be free, how to be grow our life after all its literature studies. We come in conclusion. Then conclusion becomes this: without love, there is no way. Love is the only way to reach the God. Without love, we cannot understand Him. If anyone you want to know, with love you can know. So by love, you can be close. So Radha is a form, took the form of the highest love, that's Alladini Shakti. And this Shakti, energy, is come to the every living soul. This is the nature of the soul to feel this. And when they don't feel it, they suffer. When we understand this and we start following to the love, that is Vilapa Kusumanjali. I want to be your shadow. I want to be your child. I want to be your baby who has no idea of it, no qualification of it. Totally I want to, baby has not no idea, no qualification. Only my greed is this, that I want to live with you and I want to feel my emptiness with your love and to serve. This book is a Vilapa Kusumanjali. Understand, Prema? Anything more you want to say?
Can you say about the meaning of Vilapa Kusumanjali?
Vilap means, in Hindi they say Vilap means crying. Kusum is a tears. Vilapa Kusum, like a kusum, flowers. Tears come like flower. Anjali. Anjali means two hands. So he is not taking, others are taking that tear. Vilapa Kusumanjali of Raghunath Das Goswami. What is this? That when he goes to his spiritual body, then he sees that her Swami, her Swami's friend and his lover. And when he come back, again come to the condition. When he come back, then he suffer. Because somebody is very higher and he come down, then he suffer. Then he cry. For what? Again to go there. Why I come back? Crying is the vilap. Tears is a kusum anjali. These tears for crying to reach there is the grief of Raghunath Das. It shows the grief for that. So this is Vilapa Kusumanjali. Okay. Sriraj, what I understand, by small brain and what I feel. Yeah.
This is verse 85.
Yeah.
O Suvrate, dedicated girl.
This Radhika is fully dedicated, fully fixed. There is no diversion, no doubt, no confusion, fully surrender. If you associate with someone who is fully dedicated, your nature will also become like that. I also want to fully dedicate myself. Fully. Not keeping doubt and regret. That Manjari, the followers, the babies want to learn. How I can dedicate myself to you, Mama, baby, Manjari's shadow. What is the shadow? My shadow of this hand. Who is the mother of that? This hand. So we are the shadow of her. So the original is my hand. So original is always mother. Because of that, I am shadow. If this connection is not there, how I will understand? This is connection should be there. I have to connection should be with my shadow. And shadow has to connect it with the original. That's it. Right? Understand? If the shadow is not knowing my original, what is the reason of my shadow? From where I come? And original not believe this is my shadow, that is not practical. Original understand, and understand this is my shadow. But shadow not understand this is my original. The day shadow will understand my original is this and all this okay. Hmm? This is the faith now. This is the belief. This is the faith. Go on.
O Suvrate, dedicated girl, will you increase my bliss by falsely and angrily quarreling with the Lord of your heart, being supported by your girlfriends, who are experts in helping you in your loving tricks, while you play the flower-picking game. O Suvrate,
Try to seriously listen. One is this, and behind me is something. Try to understand behind me. Go on.
O Suvrate, dedicated girl, will you increase my bliss by falsely and angrily
Falsely. Force me. My gunas make me different directions. Many way I am thinking. That I feel reality. You have to force me. Or you have to anger to me. Strong to me. If you love me. Because I am your baby. Where I will go to.
quarreling with the Lord of your heart,
And quarrel with your lover, who is Lord of the universe. He is Lord of your heart also. If you don't accept, you have to quarrel for me. You have a power to do that. You have a power to force me, anger me, punishment.
Being supported by your girlfriends.
And your girlfriend support also me, who is a Siddha, Nitya Siddhas. They are all perfect. They all are Nitya Siddhas. They are not ordinary sadhana siddhas and kripa siddhas. They are not ordinary jivas or ordinary power. Who is your friend close to you? When you will agree, all they will be helping, start helping. When they will see, all mercy will start flowing. Wow. Really. Your mercy eyes change the whole world of you. This is happening, my bhai. This is the truth. Radhe.
Being supported by your girlfriends who are experts in helping you in your loving tricks while you play the flower picking game. Sri Raghunath has submitted a prayer to Swamini's feet that he may relish the sweet nectarian rasa of her words through both his ears and his eyes.
Two things to Radhe. One is the ear and one is eyes. Ear also give you to one imagination. If you really drink it, ear can drink? No. Ear can listen. But no, when ear will drink, drinking means listening, three types of listening. I listen from here and I take it out from this side. He is also listening. I am listening, I am sitting here, I am listening, and mind is in Estonia or Italy. My body is here, I am listening. Right? And one listening is also third class listening. I listen, sure. But at the same time I have a seizure and I cut. This is not my thing. Why to listen to this? This is not useful for me. I cut at the time of listening with seizure. So there are three types of listening. So he said, no, this listening will not work. Listening like a drinking will work. Drinking has a different way. When you start drinking, you drink till the full glass, or how much your requirement is, that you drink. You not starve one sheep and leave it. You drink half glass, you like to drink half glass. Full glass, that what not satisfied you till you drink that. That's it. Drinking with ears or listening with eyes. This both thing is very important. Eyes is important because eyes is the thing. By face, how you listen, your face will see. And how you understand, your eyes will see. And when really is drinking going on, then eyes will start talking. How talking? Your heart will start melting. You will feel it really is beautiful. That I am missing. And then when the heart will melt, tears will come. None effort. This tear is a cold tear. When the heart melts, is a cold tear. Bliss tear. And then eyes is dropping the tears. That is Kusumanjali. Vilapa is crying Kusumanjali. That tears is a very fortunate person who can feel it, who has start talking from the eyes. One pointedness greed is there, they get it. See that? Huh? Go. Like today, Brother Sundar, I see you asked today one week before, I cannot live in this heart. Krishna, listen your and he weather change, you see. Then he start crying.
I think who has to complain?
He start become eyes red, tears start coming. I said, what you ask for some material thing. Then he start full of tears. He realizes, yeah. So these are the realizations. Automatic eyes start talking. He not say something, but eyes start talking. And I understand that he realized this. Thank you. Some realization comes. This is the beauty of Vrindavan.
One cannot count in how many ways Radha's self-manifest sweetness. One cannot count in how many ways Radhika's self-manifest sweetness is relishable within Sri Raghunatha's heart.
Wow. One cannot
Count
count How many ways? If I say, you will not understand. Why? Because you never close like Raghunath Das to Radha. So if you want to understand him, you have to close with him to understand that. How many ways he is receiving this sweetness? How many ways? You have to go through to feel it. It is a feeling from your heart. What? Not God. The love, mercy of God. Mercy comes in a sweetness of love and caring. That's a mercy. And in that caring and that love, God exists. It's not out of that. And that gives you satisfaction.
One cannot count in how many ways Radhika's self-manifest sweetness is relishable within Sri Raghunatha's heart. And actually, nobody is able to describe this sweetness.
Sri Radhika.
Although the four Vedas are constantly glorifying Sri Radha, they cannot reach the end. Here, Saraswati's voice becomes silent. When the heart of Sriman Mahadeva, Lord Shiva, that is Jnana Maya, filled with transcendental wisdom, comes here, it merges in Sri Radha's glories, and the thousand-headed Anantadeva goes besides himself here.
See, even the Gopesha, Shiva has come here. He is singing Radha Kripaka, glorifying to Radha. And he want to go in that Maharaj to see the Radha Krishna pass. Wow. How much they love each other, you cannot imagine. Hari and Hara. Hara cannot live without Hari. Hari cannot live without Hara. Sri Radha. When Gurudev give me Diksha, then he said, First thing, go to Gopeshwar and put the milk 10 kilo, 20 kilo, how much you want to give, water and milk, and make happy to Gopeshwar. And if you want to remove your ignorance covering, only Gopeshwar can do. So any Radha Krishna devotee, they are always respecting to Gopeshwar. They cannot, any place in Vrindavan where the temple of Radha Krishna will be there, Shiva temple is sure there. Hanuman is also is the expansion of Shiva. And Hanuman is the Acharya of Bhakti. Shiva is the Acharya of Bhakti giving. Nobody kind devatas like Shiva, who gives without thinking. This is this big kindness. And when he wants to give that you are pure devotee, he gives the best bhakti. And he protects also that bhakti. Nobody can do anything bad for you. Sri Radhe.
When the best of all devotees, Uddhava Mahasaya, understood the greatness of their sweetness,
very learned Uddhava. He is living with Krishna. He is the best knowledgeable person. He knows he is a God. He has all the qualifications very similar. He looks like Krishna. He horse rides like a Krishna, horse rider, one of the best horse riders. All qualifications and knowledge, full of knowledge. One day Krishna is sitting in the park and he went alone there. And then Uddhava went there and asked, Krishna, what are you doing alone here? That time Krishna has a full tears. And there nothing. But you see the tears. Why the tears in your eyes? He said, nothing happened. Just somebody, it come in my mind, so tears come out. I said, what is the reason? He said, just I start thinking about my mother, Yashoda, how much she loves me, how the gopis is loving me, and how the Radhika is loving me, and still they are waiting for me. And they are not want to. My mother become very old, but she not want to die, because if I go and I will not find her. I will be sad. So she don't want to die, but still she is waiting. So I don't know how to convince him. They think that I am his son. They think that I cannot live without his hand feeding. And she is in so much love with me. The gopi is also so much love. And what about Radhika? I cannot explain myself. You have to go. You go and say to my friends, I'm a God, I'm a Brahman, Paramatma, Almighty, not their son and lovers. They don't know me. They only think like a Krishna, his son, his lover, his friend. How to do? So this is very easy. They are village people. I am very learned. I will go and explain that you are God. I know the all philosophy and all Shastra, I remember. Give me order, I will go, and in 2 days I will come back. When he entered in Vrindavan, and he got the dust of Vrindavan in his head, his mind starts changing, and his thinking starts changing. And when he went to mother, is a more detailed story, but one day I will say you. All his life changed. And when he see the love of mother, his father, his gopis, Radhikas, friends, he cannot believe how much they love him. I am living together, but I have no love for you. Because I have gyan, knowledge only, no love. He said, I don't want to go out from here. I want to be a dust of Vrindavan. I want to be a plant in Vrindavan. All trees in Vrindavan. I will never go out from that. So all the Mahatmas, all the saintly persons, they are living as a dust in Vrindavan, and they live in the plant form or tree form in Vrindavan. They don't want to go out from Vrindavan, only for receiving that love, what is only in Vrindavan. Yeah. Yeah.
When the best of all devotees, Uddhava Mahashaya, understood the greatness of their sweetness, he prayed for birth in Vraja.
Wow.
Even as a blade of grass or a shrub, to attain the foot dust of the Vraja Sundaris on his head. This is described in Srimad Bhagavatam.
Wow. Sure, listen, understand this. Wow.
Even the Supreme Lord Rajendra Nandana cannot reciprocate with this sweet love. Chaitanya Charitamrita. What to speak of others? Even Rajendra Nandana is descending to relish this prema. This verse conceals the root cause of Gauranga's dissension. Shri Radhaya Pranaya Mahima Kidrash Kitsha. Shri Gauranga Deva descended to experience the sweetness of Shri Radha's love.
Who is Gauranga? Gauranga is like a Krishna. But Krishna in which form? He took the mood of Radhika. Mood means nature, thinking, understanding that. If somebody took the mood of someone, then he will start behaving like that person. Right or not? Gaurachandra?
Yes,
He will behave like that person. His mood is that. Because he took the mood of someone, so his behavior will be similar like that. Understand? You can see there's no difference because of the mood is similar. Feeling is same. Understanding becomes same. So Krishna, God, he thinks that unconditional love, without doing no effort, she wants to do, and I give something with the condition. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says you have to walk 8 steps first. What is in Bhagavad Gita? Huh? That you have to walk first. Then he will walk 16 steps. Is a condition or not? But Radhika said, no qualification and no condition is required. There is no condition in love and no qualification. Then he says, I am a student. I know to become really realize of that. I have something to learn. So that then person takes that mood. Sometimes we take genetic mood also. Or sometimes we take the Gurudev moods also. Right? Mood taking means I take the all, I surrender. Wanting more of that. Krishna wants to surrender into Radhika because he took the mood of that. And second thing, still my naughtiness is there. So I want to cover also with Radhika. Cover. So down is also Radhika, up is also Radhika. In between there is a Krishna. Like you make the sandwich, 2 breads, and put the cheese or cream of some fruits or vegetables, what you do. in between you keep. That keeping in between is Krishna, and down is Radhika, and up is Radhika. But bread becomes relishable. Why? Because feelings in between is there. The love of Krishna is there with Radha, and Radha love is for Krishna, so everything becomes relishable. You know,
But Radharani is double.
double. Both sides. Covering is Radhika and the mood is Radhika. That is Chaitanya. You will never forget. This is the beauty of Chaitanya. So if you understand Chaitanya Charitamrita, wow. So beautiful. Wow. But without understanding this, if you see the only Krishna, you not understand Chaitanya. Then you 25%. Really, 10%. You have to understand like this.
Sri Gauranga Dev descended to experience the sweetness of Shri Radha's love.
You see? Now you understand. That time, if she did not understand. Gauranga Dev, Krishna appeared to relish the mood of Radha. So taking mood is important. If you want to relish, then you have to take that mood. Your mood is over, my dear. What you do is over. You want to relish some mood, you have to take that mood. You have to practice to receive that. In that mood, you can relish it. In your mood, how you will relish? You will relish in some limit as per your condition. Right or not? How much your condition, you will relish that one. But Krishna and Radha is not conditional. Radhe. Yeah. Yeah.
He relished this himself and made the people of this age also qualified to relish it.
Ah. And he relished. If you not relish, how you will make others to qualify to relish? When you don't relish, you don't realize it, you not experience that, then you cannot guide to others. You cannot think for others. First you relish, and then you make qualified for others. Sri Radhe.
In this verse, Sri Raghunath perceives Swamini's flower-picking pastime.
Sri Radha, listen that. This is Kusum Sarovar pastime. One of that. There are many pastimes. One in Kusum Sarovar also. Go on.
You are picking flowers with your crooked and Rasika girlfriends. This means that in Vraja, no one deals with Krishna in a simple or submissive way.
Radhe Radhe. First qualification of Braja is that nobody deals Krishna simple way. All they deal with crooked way. Because he is very crooked. He never stands straight. So here Brajavasis are also very crooked way dealing. You say Krishna, they say Karua re, Karu, Are aaja idhar, come here. Krishna, crooked way. His Karua means black guy. Are Kano, kahan chalo gayo? Where you gone? Crooked. But they are loving me. This crooked, but they are very loving, very close with them. They are so fortunate. They are so full of rasa, you cannot imagine that. You can fight with God. If he is a God, you will fight. And they are preparing to fight. Why? He is a gardener and he has to pick the flower and he will stop you. Then you have to fight to pick. You are picking hidingly and he comes and wants to control you. You cannot take any flower. The picker who is picking, they have to fight with someone who wants to control them. You see how they fight.
I know you are Suvatra. You are dedicated to the vow of delighting Mohana. When will you delight me? By engaging in such false and crooked quarrels. Shivanga Bihari Vidyalankar writes, Suvrata means a girl who is dedicated to the cause of making the Lord of her life happy. That is the best vow. There is no greater vow than that in the whole world. Prema means thinking, how can I make Krishna happy? And the Vraja Sundaris are in the highest class of lovers
Sri Radha.
that are endowed with Mahabhav, which is the quintessence of prema. Premera Paramasara Mahabhava Jani. The minds and senses of those who are endowed with Mahabhava are saturated with Mahabhava.
This Mahabhava is Radha, and the friends are close who also saturated with Radha. So they are very close. The effect of Mahabhava is there to them. They think and they do that way. Radha. Right? Yeah.
Mahabhava consists of the greatest nectar and helps the mind to return to its constitutional position.
Yeah. Radhe. Go, read again.
Mahabhava consists of the greatest nectar and helps the mind.
Mind helping. My mind is become so crazy with my false ego, effect of my body and my senses. They don't understand right. So they say there are three gunas playing: ignorance, passion, and subtle. They are not one, unbalanced. How much you unbalance, you make the wrong decisions. Good thing is not acceptable because gunas only want to be keeping me in ignorance. So how you will digest this to be changed that? Mind not ready to accept. They don't want to leave the egos. And ego is a false. But I am enjoying that. What is happening after that? Totally suffering. I am ready to suffer, but why I will go from the ego? As a person who is intelligent, who understands, they have to keep that mind totally pointed to Radhika. Nobody can help. Read again this line. Nobody can help. Alladani Shakti can help you.
Mahabhava consists of the greatest nectar
Yeah.
and helps the mind
Mm.
to return to its constitutional position.
Sri Radhe, underline this.
It's
Radhe.
underlined.
Underline
From
before. Yeah, so nice. Only one thing understand, all scripture you understand, yeah. But it's very difficult to accept it. Again read for me. I am a rascal, I forget.
I'll read the line before also. Beautiful. The minds and senses of those who are endowed with Mahabhava
Sri Radhe,
are saturated with Mahabhava.
Sri Radhe, like a gopi, like a manjari.
Mahabhava consists of the greatest nectar and helps the mind to return to its constitutional position.
Understand, Gaurachandra? Yeah. Understand, Raghunanda?
Chittavriti.
Jai Ho, you see. See, you have to remind all the time this thing. Yeah. But I understand where we live, you not start from there.
This is a new verse.
No, end of what? Yesterday, it was left and you not start from there.
Yesterday we finished the verse.
No finish. It was left over some. Please, if anything left, you have to mark and start from there.
That is Radharasi Sudhanidhi restored.
No, anyway, anything. I want to watch this
Yes.
1, 2 days. Not new. That has to first complete, then go on. Sri Ram. Sri Ram. Mind will come back by the help of Radhika. Then I will understand my consciousness. Why? To be relaxed and live in her mercy. The person starts living in her mercy, there is no problem. When there is no problem, that time is her mercy. And when the problem starts coming, she take out her mercy, then problem is there. We effort, but result not come. Because she covered herself her mercy. My constitutional position is changed now other places. Sri Ram. This is all previous sanskara. If you have a previous sukriti in your life, you will receive it. If he is not, then it will not come. See that? It depends of your previous sanskara. Yes.
But when we speak about mercy during the
Previous sanskara help you faster. And mercy without you cannot come to point in right place. Who will leave his ego after knowing that I am a soul? He enjoy he is in conditional position, in gunas. He enjoy there with his senses, with his false ego, with his body. Sridhar Maharaj, you have to die here. And Radhika says, only meditate here to her, Radhika. She will give you consciousness. She will give you. This is her business, to put you covering, divine covering. But not influence with false ego. You have to give your mind only. Your thinking only. Your meditation only. That's the only thing to do. Radhe Radhe. Good. You make so nice Guru temple. Wow, very good. Thank you.
Oh, for yes. Of course, yes.
Thank you. Who was there? Shama Priya was there?
They met here. Temporarily met here.
Yeah, inside his temple. Wow.
So Madhavi was my mom.
After. Fantastic.